Oh. There we go. I forgot I minimised you. How are you? How is everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. I'm your host, Josh, joined as always by Ben. How are you, mate?
Well, now that I can see myself and you can see me, I'm fantastic, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of tweaks here and there. It's how we roll in lockdown, I guess.
You know what that means, mate? It means you don't have enough monitors.
Exactly right.
You need a third.
I do need a third. I'm a little crackly at the moment, which is a bit odd, but anyway. Welcome anyway.
Kind of four.
Why not? You can, 6, 7. Who cares? Anyway, welcome guys. Welcome to another episode, obviously, of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. As I said, big shout out to Gabriel Marr, optometrist at Jesmond, our major sponsor of the show. Be sure to pop in and see those guys if you are in the Newcastle Hunter region for all your eye care needs. So, big shout out to them. Welcome to everyone in the chat. Obviously, if you guys have got any questions tonight, feel free, whack them in there. We'll try and get to as many as we possibly can. Again, we are lucky to be joined by STEVEN Lustica from Western United. Had him on last time and my dog decided to have a spaz and nearly kill himself, so friggin' I missed out on that one. So we'll take two. We'll take two with this one. But as I said, guys, any questions you've got in there for him, feel free to whack him in there, and we'll try and get through to him in the half hour or so that we'll have him here for. Anyway, we may as well get underway. STEVEN, welcome, mate, and thank you very much for jumping on again.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me on, and happy to be on and have a good chat.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Welcome, Julian. Obviously new to the podcast. Welcome, buddy. Obviously, you must be a Western United fan. In here to ask a few questions to your STEVEN Lustica sitting in here as well. Mate, we may as well start off, obviously, before we get into the whole new season and coaching and players, etc. We may as well get your thoughts on your individual performance last season. On your thoughts, how did you feel your performance was last year?
Yeah, look, it was an up and down season last year. Obviously, we had a lot of mixed results. Obviously, disappointing not to reach the finals. That was obviously major disappointment for me. Look, it was a tough season because I struggled with a big injury I had last season. That sort of I was very limited with what I could do on the park and on the training park. So that had a big effect on me. But thankfully, I got through the season and now had a good break in the off season, recharged, and now working on a bit of rehab, and I'll be good to go come next season.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, it wasn't the season that obviously all Western United fans were probably expecting. From obviously the first season being so successful, obviously you didn't get to the finals, but for a team coming in off, straight off the bat to get where he's got was obviously a great success. Last season obviously wasn't that crash hot, but at the end of the day, plenty of positives.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Like I said, it's a new club. I mean, the club really we set the bar pretty high the first season, making the semi-finals and going on that big run. So we really had no expectations from anyone, especially in that first season. Then obviously after that first season, the expectations from everyone was, obviously to go to the next step further the following season, which it's easily said, but not that easy to execute, especially as a new club, a startup club. It's virtually, okay, MacArthur did pretty well this season as well. They sort of did similar to us, what we did the first year as well. But to sort of back that up, it's not easy. And, we definitely took a lot of things out of last season, positives and things that we need to work on. And obviously, look, we start fresh this pre-season and we look forward to a new season.
Absolutely. Obviously, the last thing I'm going to touch on, obviously, last season, obviously, as we said, the results and obviously the final position, obviously, on the ladder. You obviously the club let go of obviously the inaugural coach at the end of last season. In my opinion, obviously, not a Western United fan, but obviously, I was quite shocked. Were the players sort of shocked a little bit? Unexpected?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's always a shock when the coach leaves. Of course, it's a shock. So, like I said, we had a really good first season. We have a great bunch of players. this season looks like there's going to be a lot of new players coming in now. We've still got a few players, left over from the first season, but definitely it's going to be a rebuilding season for Western United. There'll probably be a lot of changes that we'll see, and look, it's it's always exciting times as well when there's sort of new players coming in and new staff as well. So look, obviously, last season was disappointing, of course, for everyone. But we move forward. We look at the positives, and we go again.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, we may as well touch on go from one coach to another. Julian Bajaz just jumped in with a question. How did you feel about the appointment of Aloisi, and what are you most looking forward to this upcoming season?
Yeah, look, I was very excited when they appointed Aloisi. Having worked with him before, I know that he's a great manager, a great person, and I know that he'll bring a lot to Western United, to the culture of the club, and definitely to the playing group as well. So definitely very excited that he's come in, and looking forward to working with him again.
Absolutely, he's brought in another merry-go-round coach. I'd like to say, or the assistant especially, in Foxy. Obviously, he's been at Western United. Western Sydney Wanderers, been at Perth, and obviously now over to you guys as well. For me, a good appointment in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Foxy as well. I've worked with him before as well.
Yeah.
And for me, he knows his football very well, and he is he's a fantastic coach, and he's going to bring a lot to the playing group as well, and a lot of knowledge, and definitely assist the head coach as well. So Foxy's worked with a lot of, he's worked with Popper a lot. He's obviously worked with Aloisi before as well. So he's got a lot of knowledge to bring to the club and to the team. So another great appointment, and definitely looking forward to working with Foxy again.
Yeah, absolutely. How's Aloisi been? Obviously, in the first week, obviously you'd imagine most coaches like to come in and obviously sit everyone down that they've obviously got available. Obviously, a few of your boys obviously over at the Olympics and so forth, but obviously sit down with his obviously and just sort of lay it out what he wants and what he's expecting for the season.
Yeah, nothing at the moment because he's not here yet.
He's not even there. Oh, right. Well, there you go.
Yeah. He should be here. Few days. I'm pretty sure he had to do a quarantine in Brisbane because he was in Sydney with Optus doing the Euros, so he had to go back to Brisbane, do a 14-day quarantine there, and I'm pretty sure he'll be here in the next couple of days. So look forward to him coming in. Yeah.
Oh right, jeez, I thought I thought he'd already got down there through that, but anyway, well, obviously that question will lead us into another one. Then who's running you around at the moment?
Yeah, look, we have obviously Foxy's come in. He's here.
He's here. Oh, okay.
John Anastasiadis is there still. Yeah. We still have the goalkeeper coach Frank Juric, and our video analysis Vincenzo is still there. So yeah, we've definitely got plenty of coaches there to take the boys. And yeah, like I said, the boys have started well. We've had a full week of training, and we're into the second week now, and it goes again. The long 3-4 month A-League pre-season starts again.
Oh man, I tell you, it's
It's always long.
It's just such a long period, isn't it? It's he's hoping they don't chuck a bloody Newcastle Jet scenario and send our players off to India. Let's keep them warm, and then they never return. Don't want that for sure. Barisha, mate, can't go past it. A-League's all-time leading goal scorer, getting on in age. Obviously, he's not the oldest bloke in the world, especially in the A-League comparisons. But your thoughts, obviously, on him leaving, mate? Big loss in obviously at least seniority. Yeah,
for sure, mate. He's the all-time leading scorer of the A-League. Since he's come to Australia, what he's achieved, no one's achieved that what he's done. So obviously it's a big loss, big boost to Phil, and he's a very big character and just a great person to have around the team as well as obviously everyone knows what he's like when he's scoring goals. So definitely it's sad to see him go, but I'm sure he's onto other things as well, and I'm sure he'll continue to have success wherever he goes.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think it's the last we'll have seen of him. Obviously, I think he'll pick up a gig somewhere surely. Obviously, not much has happened in the transfer side of things, mate. Obviously, just a couple of signings, but obviously none bigger than Gariscio. 26, I believe he is. Obviously, left back. Left the champions, obviously, to come down to you guys. So, what could obviously the fans expect? You reckon from him?
Yeah, look, Benny's coming from Melbourne City. He's a fantastic left back, and obviously with a lot of experience now as well. He was overseas for a bit in Scotland, and obviously with Melbourne City. So a very good signing by the club. Also, Dylan Wenzel-Hawes as well is another great signing they made from Brisbane. So he'll be bringing a lot of energy to the team, and definitely an attacking threat for us next season. So I'm sure there'll be more signings to come as well.
Absolutely. Again, guys, feel free if you've got any other questions, whack them in the chat as well. At the end of the day, you guys obviously would know him a little bit better than Ben and I. Obviously, not big Western United fans, but at the end of the day, we
may not be Western United fans, but I do have a question myself, and that is how is my good friend Ivan Vojica doing?
Yeah, Ivan Vojica, he's actually in a 14-day quarantine because he got stuck in Sydney now in the off season. So the poor guy had to come back to Melbourne and home quarantine for 14 days. So I'm not sure how many days he's got left, but he's still in quarantine. And I know Ivan's a top guy, top lad, really good, top professional. And he's like I said, he'll be probably joining the boys in the next few days, I'd say.
I can tell you right now, the boys up north still love him up there too.
Yeah, shattered to see him go. Couldn't believe it when he friggin' when he got the arse. So
considering our replacement for him's gone now too. So
obviously the other signing is Wenzel-Hawes, obviously from Brisbane. How many times do I say to you, Ben? Friggin' let's try and lock onto Wenzel-Hawes. He's going to be a weapon.
I've been saying Wenzel-Hawes for about 3.5 years now.
Yeah, on the scrap.
And then apparently we had a chance, was it last season or the season before, to loan him? And we said no for some reason.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Why?
It's an interesting thought, obviously he was on the scrap heap there for a bit at Brisbane, and then he come good, and then he sort of went off again, and now the end of the last season he was on fire. So obviously your thoughts, mate? Obviously another striker coming in. Obviously you got rid of Berisha. But obviously, a very talented kid coming in to help out up front.
Yeah, 100%. He's obviously proven his talent in Brisbane. He's done very well there, and definitely a very good attacking player that can bring a lot of energy, a lot of speed up front, and he's definitely very dangerous. Obviously having played against him a few times and that, so definitely a good pickup by the club, and looking forward to seeing how he settles at Western United.
Absolutely. Obviously been paying attention a little bit, obviously, in the Ollie Roos, mate, over in the Olympics. Obviously, you got a couple of boys over there. What are your thoughts?
Look, obviously the first game, it was unbelievable, really, to beat Argentina. That would have to go down as one of, Australia's biggest victories in a major tournament, for sure. So that was, really good to see, with so many A-League players playing as well. Was great to see that they could, match it with some of the world's best. You would have to say. So that was really good. And obviously not last night wasn't. Well, obviously another tough opposition against Spain, and produced some of the world's best players, and especially that team that they had in the park. I think they had about 5 or 6 players that started in the Euros against I think it was Italy, something crazy like that. So the caliber of players that they had out there last night to for the Aussie boys to go up against them, and obviously Spain they're one of the best in the world. So the boys, I thought they did pretty well. I mean obviously they defended well. It was only the one goal they conceded, but again, it wasn't a bad performance at all. Obviously, going forward, we didn't have too much. I wouldn't have too much going forward, not too many chances. But I thought we were pretty solid defensively. Looked like for a while there we're going to hold them off to a 0 draw maybe. But they got that goal, which was probably deserved as well. They're piling on the pressure.
Yeah.
But look, so far, they're in a great position now against Egypt to do a job against them, and hopefully we go through the next round.
Absolutely. I suppose it was gut wrenching. Obviously, we scored so late. I suppose if anything, it would have been nice. Obviously, to concede a little bit earlier and had the whole game to chase it down. It sort of sucked that it got to that point where we'd held them out for so long. But that goal went in, and then you can just tell by the boys it was just like, shit, too late. But yeah, as you said, it's all in our hands now. Decent result against Egypt, and we moved through obviously to the semis. What have we got here? Julian's put in here, Lustica, how did training sessions work during the lockdown in Melbourne? Things change a little bit, or still the same?
To be honest, for us, we can train normally. So for us, it's pretty normal. We sort of, get in quickly, get the session done, and sort of, leave pretty quickly. So it's not too much, coming too early to training and then, hanging around too much. So we pretty much get in, get the training done, get our recovery in as quick as possible, and we sort of get out. So that's the messages we've been given, with the lockdowns. But in terms of training, we still can, full contact and all that. So it's pretty normal for us in terms of nothing really has changed, which is good. Absolutely.
I think the one question I'm going to probably start asking, as every guest we sort of get on recently, is mainly in regards to Wellington. Obviously, they've had a pretty tough trot over the last couple of years, not really getting back over into New Zealand. Obviously, they've had to, bring their whole squad sort of over here. There's now talk of them obviously possibly pulling out of the FA Cup due to obviously lack of being able to get over here. The international bubble's not sort of present and so forth. How tough do you reckon they've actually done it? Obviously, you've played them during this period. What are your thoughts on it, mate? Do you feel that they should be sort of compensated a little bit? There's obviously talk of them, maybe playing a full season over in Wellington when everything sort of goes back to some sort of COVID normal. Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, obviously last season, they had to relocate to Wollongong, and credit to them. I mean, that's, for a full season to have to relocate from another country, full credit to them. They handled it very well, and they went on a great run as well. So definitely wouldn't be easy at all. To have to just pack up. Someone would have had to leave their families. I don't know if they left them behind or if they all relocated, but there definitely would have been some players that would have brought their families over, and other players would have come over on their own. So definitely, that was definitely a challenging time for them, and hopefully they don't have to do it again. Hopefully they can they can get it sorted, that they can, hopefully the borders are open and they can play out of Wellington. And, you saw the support they got with the last two games. That when they went back to New Zealand was incredible. Was great to see, and to see the amount of support they had, in Wellington and back in New Zealand was really unbelievable, to be honest. We played a game, one of the games was against us, and the atmosphere was really good. And just to see the passion of the supporters, to come in those numbers and support the boys, was really great to see. So look, hopefully they can get it sorted this season. Don't have to relocate again. Because especially for the fans as well, it would really be a shame for the fans not to be able to support their team again for another full season. So look, let's hope, fingers crossed, that it all works out for them.
Well, absolutely. Obviously, I suppose you talk about how long the pre-season is for them currently. It's probably a good thing that the pre-season is so long, because I think they brought out a statement on their Facebook page, I think it was today, to all the fans, virtually stating that I think they've got about 6 blokes currently in New Zealand that can train. The coaching staff's all over here. The whole squad's pretty much full of, obviously, Kiwis, obviously, in the Olympics currently and stuff like that. So obviously they are well and truly behind in, starting.
Yeah, look, like you said, I mean, lucky it is a long pre-season, so it's not like there's no time for them to prepare. But obviously it's not ideal that, that they can't all get together. But look, hopefully, we have 3-4 months now to prepare, so hopefully they can all get sorted, and for their sake, hopefully they can stay in Wellington and play the games there.
Absolutely. Question: do you play FIFA 21 during your free time, mate? Are you a FIFA fan?
To be honest, not so much anymore. When I was younger, I was pretty hardcore on the PlayStation, on the FIFAs and that. But as I'm getting older now, sort of not too much, to be honest. When I was younger, as a teenager and that, I was always playing in that. But yeah, can't say that I'm that much into it now.
Yeah.
But I don't mind the game here and there. I would never turn down a game against someone. So yeah, I still enjoy it every now and then.
I was about to say, back in the day, if you were to start a career mode tonight, who would you pick?
Oh, that's a tough one, mate. I don't know, to be honest. I can't remember. I used to always go for like the Barcelonas or the Real Madrids back then. Always the teams with the best players. So yeah, not sure, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Maybe Western United, I have to say.
Absolutely. Good choice, mate. Obviously, a couple more before we let you go, mate. Obviously, got one, I suppose I've wanted to ask, obviously any sort of Western United player currently, is in regards to the whole stadium scenario. Obviously, you're back and forth. You're at Geelong, you're in Ballarat, you're at Whitten Oval there at some points, Amy Park. Obviously, the stadium's slowly getting there. Obviously, they did say by the end of season 3, I think it was, that was their original plan, obviously, to have the stadium done and dusted and ready for season 4. How close they are to that, I'm not 100% sure. But for you as a player, mate, would you like to sort of, do you mind the travel, or would you prefer to be home, one stadium, every home game's there? What do you prefer, or do you don't care?
Yeah, look, I mean, of course, it's a no-brainer, that one. Of course, we want to have it. One stadium. Of course, that would be ideal. I mean, but with the circumstances they are at the moment, obviously, the stadium can't be built overnight, so it is going to take a few years to get done. And at the moment, we've got to sort of suck it up, and playing out of a few different venues isn't ideal, but it is what it is. We've dealt pretty good with it up until now, and we'll continue to do that until the stadium's ready. So look, once the stadium is ready, it's going to be a different level for the club and for the A League as well. I think when Western Sydney Wanderers went through the same process as well. They were playing at different venues until Anquest was built as well. So it's sort of we're going through the same thing, and hopefully, definitely things are in motion for that to start happening, and I'm sure that everything will happen when it's meant to happen. So look, it's very exciting times for the club. Definitely, there's a lot of great things happening there, and very exciting times coming up at Western United. Absolutely.
Well, apparently we've got here from the chat. Obviously, they reckon by mid this year, or mid this A League season, I'm guessing they're talking about. It should be hopefully completed. So that's not too far away at all. It's cheering.
That would be very quick, considering I drove past it about 3 weeks ago, and they'd quite literally just broken the ground.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be ready by then, but maybe they'll start building mid this year, maybe.
Yeah.
Or what was it? What did you say, mid?
Yeah, like mid A League season, I think.
Mid A League season. Yeah,
I think the original timeline was to be completed early 2023.
Yeah. That was the.
Yeah, look, like I said, things are definitely happening there. I'm pretty sure that they've got it all under control, and like I said, it's probably just a matter of time till they start the process. So
at the end of the day, mate.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, lads.
I suppose at the end of the day, it's not bad getting around to all the rural areas and stuff like that, building the fan base.
Of course, mate. We've been to Ballarat, we've been to obviously Geelong, we've been to Tasmania as well. So
good.
Played some games at Amy Park. We've been everywhere, so it's good to take these games to definitely Ballarat, regional Victoria, Tasmania as well. Another place where they don't see a lot of football. So look, there's always some positives in this as well that you can take out of it. So
I mean, for Josh and myself, it's fantastic, considering we're basically half an hour from all those stadiums except Tasmania. So if we want to go and watch a neutral game, we can.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You two would have to be the only two Newcastle Jets supporters in Victoria, or there's more?
No, there's a few of us.
There's more of us.
No, there's a few of us. Yeah,
there's a few of us.
Yeah,
well, James is from Geelong, isn't he?
Hey,
James is Geelong, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's out there. Yeah. There's a few of us down here, mate. Friggin' we do what we can, obviously, with what we're able to get. Our season's obviously, not our season, our current situation's friggin' just ridiculous at the moment. Friggin' I've never seen.
Yeah.
There hasn't been this much action at Newcastle Jets since we won the friggin' grand final. The amount
and they were all going the other way.
Well, the following year they were, Friggin' Durante gone, mate. Friggin' another one, big loss in the guts.
Yeah, look, he's obviously, a legend of the A-League. Yeah. Someone that's played that many games, he's done it all, and really a great leader. A great leader of the dressing room of the club as well, and definitely another big loss in the dressing room. But yeah, look, I'm sure there'll be players stepping up now as well. There'll be new players stepping up now with some big players like Ferreira and Durante gone now. They're big leaders in the dressing room and big players, and now it's time for other senior boys to step up and fill that gap.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yes, Dale, you are correct. We are the only 2 Jets supporters to sit in the Western active, though.
They probably wouldn't get kicked out.
More than once.
Yeah,
more than once.
More than once we've sat with the Western Service crew.
The security have their moments when we first enter the friggin'...
Yeah, they just sort of go, you lads are alright, you in the right spot.
Yeah, he's lost.
And then the Western lads come across and go, yeah, they're fine, leave.
Obviously, what I was going to say before I let you go, mate, what's the go with you, mate? Are you off contract at the end of this season, or you signed...
No, I mean, I got this season. Yeah, got another season with the club. So,
this season. So, plenty. Yeah. What are your plans, mate? Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say freaking, you're going to sign on or anything like that. But obviously, what's your plans? Obviously, looking to sign on somewhere, if not Western United.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm very, very happy at Western United. I mean, this will be my 3rd season now, and very settled here. It's a great club, great startup club, and it's fantastic to be part of a new club and, be part of it all and setting a new culture and, just really enjoying it so far, enjoying my time at the club. The city's great and, look, we'll see what happens. But, definitely looking forward to the upcoming season and we'll take it from there.
Absolutely. Julian's just put in here, mate, just sign him on for another 5 years. Go get it done, mate. Julian, go speak to management, get that contract signed up, ready for him. Last one here is from Julian as well. He's put in there, what's the funniest thing that Diamantis does in the changing rooms? What's D up to in the changing rooms? He's a freak on Instagram.
You got to stay tuned on his Instagram post because I can't keep up anymore either with
mate, he's all over it.
But no, look, he's our top character, top guy to have in the team, with his experience, with his quality, with everything that he brings to not just Western United but the whole A-League. He comes with the whole package and he's been fantastic since he's come to Australia. Like I said, not just for Western United, of course, for us, but the whole A-League as well. He's really, first of all, he's a top player. He's played at the highest level. You can see his quality even at his age now. He can still produce it on the field, and credit to him. He comes to training with a smile on his face every day and puts in 100% every day, and you can see that on the field as well. It's full of passion. He wants to win. He wants to continue to play, and he's there to help the younger boys as well. He's a great character, and you got to keep an eye on his Instagram stories or his TikToks or whatever he does. So
it's all looking good, mate, at Western United. Obviously, all the stuff that's coming up, the academy stuff's going really well. The women's structure is coming along now as well. So it's good to see. It's good to see, obviously, the new teams coming in. Obviously, you and MacArthur, and obviously, putting so much, into the league itself early, whether it be, as you said, academy structure or in the women's game as well. Obviously, it'd be good to see. Obviously, the girls get into the W League, and obviously all the youngsters coming through there at Western United as well. So thanks very much for jumping on, mate. And obviously, good luck for the season ahead. And hopefully you're up the top end, mate, rather than the bottom end.
Yeah, no, hopefully, and appreciate having me on again, guys. And I enjoy listening to the podcast. And we'll
touch
speak again soon. Yeah.
We'll touch base at some point. Just letting you know, mate, that Topper Stanley's just left the Jets. So if you want another senior head down there in the middle of defence, mate, pick him up.
Stay tuned. Who knows?
He's still got it, mate. Friggin' off. Gutted with
him. We're gutted. He's gone.
Righto, mate. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy lockdown 5.0.
Yeah. And thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Speedy soon, mate. Take it easy.
Pleasure, mate.
See you, mate. Bye-bye.
See you, mate. Thanks heaps to Steve for jumping on, and thanks for the questions as well, Julian, mate. Muchly appreciated. Obviously good to get his thoughts into what's going on, and obviously from signings to departures and everything else. I forgot to ask him about the recent departure. Friggin' as of 4 hours ago. Friggin' Hamill. I think it was.
Brennan Hamill.
Yeah, friggin' Gonski. I don't know.
How many games did Hamill play?
Like 20 games. He's been there since the inaugural season, so...
Really? That many?
Yeah.
I didn't think he played that many.
That's more than I expected.
That's more than I expected as well. Actually, no, to be fair, I expected him to play more than that, considering when he left Western Sydney to join Western United, he was Western Sydney's captain.
Yeah. Yeah, he's only played 20 games.
And I don't think he was ever a bad player either.
Yeah, I don't know. Again...
Bang average.
Yeah. He played a few this season. Yeah.
Yeah, he played more this season than what he did in the inaugural season. I reckon he only played about 2 or 3 in the inaugural season.
No, he would have had to, yeah. But they made the finals that season, so...
Yeah.
Maybe that was the reason why they freaking made it and didn't make it this year. Maybe it was all up to him. But yeah, no, as I said, thanks everyone for jumping on, obviously, the Western United fans. Be sure to go and subscribe and obviously like the Facebook page if you are enjoying the content. We don't just, as we said, we don't just talk Jets stuff. We are Jets fans, but we do like to shake it up a bit and obviously talk to other players and coaching staff, media aspects and stuff like that as well. Friggin' at the end of the day.
Thank you. You've just reminded me.
No worries. Yeah, anything really to do with football, friggin' we want to try and cover it and any of the important stuff. Speaking of important stuff, did anyone see within the week that's gone, obviously, the young bloke who ended up having to friggin' go on the Portsmouth side because his team... Pardon me.
Jesus, COVID,
yeah. So I think it was Portsmouth versus friggin'... I don't know who it was they were playing, but it was somebody. But friggin' apparently they went down to 10 men or whatever it is. They didn't have enough players or some shit. So one of the blokes friggin' jumped on to Portsmouth's team. I think it was.
Really?
Yeah, changed sides, went onto the Portsmouth side, or it was vice versa, or he was from Portsmouth, he went on the other side. I can't remember which way. Anyway, friggin' 3-2 with about friggin' 2 minutes to go in like the 98th minute or some shit of injury time or something like that.
Who scores the banger?
Scores the winner. Scores the one to equalise it. A 3-all against his own side. It was absolutely classic. I couldn't believe that. Oh, man.
It would have been Portsmouth that would have been short on numbers because they've been hemorrhaging players.
Yeah, it was something like...
They are not going well at the moment.
Bristol, that's who it was, yeah. Yeah, he was in a Portsmouth top, so I was guessing he was on that side. He'd gone over to Portsmouth. But yeah, so friggin' Portsmouth goes on...
Yeah, Bristol, championship club.
Yeah. Helps Portsmouth out and friggin' scores the equaliser. Happy days. Yeah, he's an Aussie, yeah. Yeah. Absolute classic. But yeah.
It was the Aussie that moved.
Yeah. Yeah, the Aussie bloke went over to...
Oh, what's his name?
I can't remember what his name was. But yeah, so... what else we got? Obviously, as we touched on before, Topper finally got... Oh, just hang on.
Just like that, he's gone.
And just like that, he's gone.
He's gone.
About friggin' time. Took him fucking way too long. Hopefully in the fact that it took so long was mainly because they were trying to negotiate a contract and it just didn't work. And it wasn't just the fact that they just let it go and then finally come up to him and said, "You're not playing next year." So, but yeah, Topper's gone. Obviously, it's really starting to sink in now that the Jets of old are definitely not the Jets of old anymore. There's no Laurie McKinnon. There's no Joel Griffiths. There's no friggin' Topper Stanley. There's no Boogaard. There's no friggin' real seniority at all at the club. There's no friggin'... There's no friendly vibe at the club anymore. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect to Shane or anything like that. It's just things are changing very, very quickly at the club. Fucking ridiculously quick. There
it was Marley Francois.
Yeah.
It was Marley Francois, and he's one of the
Bristol
twin Aussies from Bristol.
Yeah.
He went across to Portsmouth for the last 30 minutes.
There you go. Where do you think he'll go? Look, I don't really know. I honestly thought he might have gone to Wellington, but just for the fact that with all the shit that's going on and trying to get in and out and over and shit like that, it won't happen. Because him and Taylor in the middle would be fucking amazing.
Dangerous.
So good in the middle.
It's a new era now, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is. It's not the first. It's not the first new era we've had though.
Yeah. I think honestly, no disrespect to the Western United, but I think he'd do great at Western United.
Yep. Agreed.
If you had Durante for as long as you've had Durante, he's friggin' much quicker and much agile than Dura. I think Dura was he was more solid and, he's not going to be a pushover.
At the same point, Dura wasn't an out-and-out centre-back for me.
No, he was a defensive midfielder.
He was more a defensive midfielder.
He was, yeah. What do we got? Josh is absolutely...
Well, Julian would be happy to have him. He posted something on the Instagram.
Thanks, Noob. I don't even know I'm doing it. Thanks, Noob.
Is that in reference to the inbox?
Yeah, I think so.
That we got?
Yeah, probably. What do we got? He posted something on the Instagram, on his.
On the Instagrams, yeah, he's replaced football adventures with fishing adventures.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be a top daytime TV show to watch?
I've done it again. Fucking hell.
Top Ball Stanley's fishing adventures.
Classic.
You'd love to see it. You'd love to see it.
You'd be happy to have him, Julian. Oh, mate, I'd be stoked.
West Shattered, gone.
Yeah, absolutely. I still think
West Shattered, gone.
I thought he had at least another 2 seasons. How old is he? Is he 35? 34? 35? I'm telling you now, if anyone wants Ben Kandarowski, like the blokes we're letting go at the moment, and he's still and obviously Johnny Kane was contracted. So
yeah, that's right.
So I'm sitting there going,
so somebody wanted him.
Hello? Someone take Canner. One of the rich NPL clubs, pick him up, piss him off.
Did you send it to me?
No idea. But anyway, what else have we got? Obviously, as we said about the Olympics, obviously the Aussies are doing well there. The Matildas even as well, doing well. They struggled, obviously, against...
the Matildas are doing well? I watched that game against Sweden.
Yeah, and it was shambles. It was never...
They were shocking.
But again, so was Sweden. And that's freaking saying
Sweden weren't great in the first half. They came out in the second half and completely pulled their pants down.
Yeah, but again, friggin' we were still in the game. That's the biggest problem.
Oh yeah, we were in the game.
That's the problem.
It says post unavailable, Luke.
There you go. But yeah, the Matildas are still in with a shout. Obviously, they've got a tough one now against America.
Difficult.
Yeah, very tough assignment. Obviously, the Ollie Roos obviously against Egypt, which is very, very doable. Considering Argentina only beat them 1-0 and Spain couldn't score against them, so it's not without a shout. Pardon me. What was I going to say? Friggin' Premier League starting to ramp up. Obviously, all the leagues are starting to come back into action. Harry Kane, is he staying or is he going?
He'll stay.
Friggin', here's one for you, Luke. I'd love to get your opinion on this. So, was it United? Oh, no, actually, no, it wasn't. No, sorry, it was City, which I'll get Ben's point of view on it, because it's his team they'll be coming from. But Luke, your thoughts on Sancho and Pogba leaving? Do you think this is what I know out of you? One, do you think Pogba's about to rejuvenate his career because he's going to leave? And do you think Sancho's about to end his career because he's coming in? I think Sancho's about to have a fucking mighty big nosedive. Big face palm on my point of view in regards to him going to United. I think it was a dumb move.
It's going to be, I wouldn't say a nosedive, I'd go with a long and very difficult adjustment period.
Like Pogba. It was very much the same thing. America by 5 versus
by
Matildas.
5 versus the Matildas. Oh, jeez, Newpie.
Fuck.
Jeez, we're not watching one of my streams, mate. Relax.
Look out.
Jeez.
Yeah, true.
They're no Blackpool, mate.
Let's wait and see. Well, Ben, your thoughts. I'd love to get your thoughts on this one. Aston Villa.
You already know my answer.
Looking. Obviously, City are looking to pick up friggin' Bellingham. Grealish, sorry, on a $100 million deal or some shit.
Not worth it.
And Villa are trying.
In all seriousness.
No, not worth it. Yeah, and Villa are trying to table. I think it's something like a freaking $385,000 a week or some shit like that offer to keep him at the club. I'm just like, really?
That's big money.
Yeah, I'm like, one, he's not worth the $100 million to freaking go to City. And
what
two,
are they offering? $365,000 a week.
Yeah, it's something like that. Friggin'
United players are all capped at $250,000 a week.
Hang on. Yeah. So let me bring it. Let me just try and find it.
$365,000.
Hang on. Just let me try and find it. I might have friggin'. I'm sure I've seen 300 and something somewhere. Hang on.
No.
Hang on. This is what we do. If we in doubt, just freaking Google. Fucking Grealish.
If in doubt, Google it out.
That's it.
Whilst you're doing that, Topor sends a message.
Right? Okay.
He posted on his Instagram. To all the people of Newcastle that have been part of my football journey with the Newcastle Jets, it has been an honour to represent the region and its people every time I stepped out onto the pitch. I would have loved the opportunity to say goodbye to everyone on the football field, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Through the highs and the lows, I can hold my head high and say I've given everything for the shirt. And now, looking forward to a new challenge. I wish everyone all the very best and farewell. Gus Thurgate then replies straight away going, been a pleasure, neighbour. So I'm guessing that they either lived next to each other or Gussie shared the next hotel room.
Possibly. What have we got here?
Oh, well, if he's a free agent, we can get him on the pod. Yeah. There's a lot of ex-players we can get on the pod now.
Oh, forget no. Now you just got to go jump through hoops. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah. Hang on.
I don't know. I can't find it.
Just type in like Grealish 365k a week.
I've tried that. But obviously, yeah. How's everyone's week been anyway? How you been, guys? While we quickly try and friggin' jot this up, because we don't. Here we go.
Go.
Here we go. What do we got here? Yeah, I accept. Piss off. Okay, you were right. I was about 100,000 off. Aston Villa want to convince Jack Grealish to sign a new deal at the boyhood club and ignore the lure of Manchester City by offering him a new $200,000 a week new deal, according to reports.
200 grand a week.
Yeah, 200,000.
All right. Give me a sec.
I
have a listing.
Yeah.
200,000 a week.
Deal, and Villa are prepared to make him.
So,
yeah.
Harry Kane's on 200,000 a week. Mo Salah's on 200,000 a week. Tanguy and Ndombele's on 200,000 a week. Rashford.
Jesus.
He would be getting paid more than Virgil van Dijk a week.
Yeah. Mate,
and Bobby Firmino.
There's
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. He's not worth it. He's not a great player. He played 20 games this season. 20. Fuck. He's not worth it. He's not worth the money that they're talking about. He's worth half that. 100,000 a week. Take it. And that's the biggest thing, right?
Well, he's on 120,000 a week at the moment.
He's on what a week?
120,000.
120,000. No, that's probably more than he's probably worth now.
That's more than Jorginho.
Wow.
Yeah, Jorginho's on 110,000 a week.
Holy shit. Yeah, see, that's
more
friggin'...
more than Giroud, more than Kyle Walker, more than Thiago Silva.
Yeah, right, wow. Week's been good, Julian, mate. Yeah, not too bad at all, mate. Friggin'... Who do you support in the Premier League? Who do you support in the Prem?
He's currently on the exact same amount a week as what Christian Benteke is.
Mate, friggin'...
If Grealish is not worth 120,000 a week,
Benteke?
how the fuck is Christian Benteke getting 120 grand a week? He's fucking a donkey.
There's no way. Benteke...
He's a donkey!
Benteke should be on minimum friggin' 60,000 a week. Mate.
Maximum!
Sorry, yeah, well, yeah, maximum. Yeah, fuck. That's bad.
I've seen donkeys with better coordination than that bloke.
Holy shit.
He's dog shit.
Mate, yeah. At the end of the day, there is no... If I'm Grealish, right, there is no offer that Villa can throw at me that would make me stay. I would be going to City, and if I play 10 games a season, I don't give a fuck. I'm earning 200,000. I'm earning, whatever the fuck it is, 100. I think it was like, well, whatever the hell the $100 million or whatever it is for the transfer, to go to City. Like, that's the biggest thing I just don't understand. Like, City don't need him. Why are they spending that money?
City don't need him. City's not going to promise him first team football. I'd stay at Villa.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're friggin' looking at the money. Am I looking at football? Yes, but friggin' do I look at friggin' earning that money?
It doesn't really matter for him whether he's earning money or not. It's not like he can fucking spend it. It's COVID time.
Yeah, but freaking shit, all investments. Freaking, I'll buy a house here, I'll buy a house there, I'll buy a house... Yeah, fuck it.
Doesn't need to if he stays in his boyhood club. He can go and live with mum and dad.
$100 million a freaking year, freaking buy himself an island.
Yeah, if he stays at Villa and kips in with mum and dad.
Oh, hell. He'd probably buy him a new house at Villa. He can move out of the Villa. He buys mum and dad a new house in the freaking city.
Hey.
Oh, man. Luke Sports.
Shut up, Luke. They're going like every other English team's pre-season friendlies at the moment.
Yeah.
All English teams are having dog shit pre-season games.
To be honest,
there's been some bloody howlers and some giant killings. It's not just us.
I was gonna say, I think it's just been big, like big teams in general. Just doesn't matter what competition you're in. Just big teams, just playing minnows.
And to be fair, if you're referring to the 3-2 loss against Northampton, I don't blame us for that. when you've got a trialist keeper and it's his second game in goal for us, yeah, fucking, and he makes a mistake, big fucking whoop.
Nah. Welcome, Timmy, mate. Dale, do you think the current FFV season will be played in full? Yes.
FFV season?
Well, yeah. As long as they're able to friggin' do midweek games and the lights are suitable for whatever venues they can play at, yes, they'll still friggin' finish it out.
My part's going to be people juggling work.
Yeah. As for Sunday League, yeah, maybe not.
Sunday League won't.
Same thing. Well, not even Sunday League. Just our league. Our league, considering friggin' 9 out of the 10 games that friggin' have now been postponed due to COVID are all in fucking Ballarat.
Oh.
So Dale, you do realise that friggin' on Friday night, we're meant to be playing in Ballarat. On Friday night. Yeah.
Is it?
Well, that's what we're meant to be doing, yeah. Yeah. If everything gets lifted and we're able to play football, yes, he will be in Ballarat on Friday night.
Thanks, Dale.
Again, I strongly use the word if. in regards to lifting of freaking thingos. So,
well, from what I heard today, it's not a complete lifting; it's an easing of restriction.
Oh, I don't know. It won't be back to what it was pre this lockdown. No,
I don't think you'll be playing.
No. What I got told was that friggin' they reckon community sports and that'll go back or whatever, but not at full capacity. So it'll be like it was beforehand, where you go, you play, you get out, fuck off. There's no change
I also think that they'll keep a travel bubble.
Yeah,
but it'll extend from 5Ks to like 25Ks.
Which do I know? Yeah, and then go back up on Sunday, and then back up the
following week. Good luck for
week.
you guys, because it's more than 25Ks from where we are to Ballarat.
100%. You're lucky to get it back as much for that.
No, you'd make backers.
Yeah, just.
You'd make backers.
Just. It's way out the back where the friggin' oval is.
Unless we play 2 games a week from now on, and you can't ask that.
Yeah.
You can't ask that.
Yeah. Oh well, no. We'll see. No, see, because I think they will probably extend the season where it was due to finish in say September. It may just go through till November. It may get to the point, depending on how many games they've got to catch up and shit like that. There's no final series. It's whoever finishes the top of the table at the end of the current leagues, whatever the season rounds are. That's it. That'll be the winner.
Hey, Timmy lad.
But yeah, so
on the way to workies.
Worky. But yeah, anyway, friggin' anything else? What else we got? Friggin' any other topics you want to talk about? Before we friggin' wrap it up, I was thinking more of having a nice chilled one tonight.
Quick pod's a good pod.
Absolutely, friggin' why not?
I know we've been going for nearly an hour because my coffee's nearly cold.
Hey, 8:21, so 7:30 start, so we're getting there. But yeah, friggin' anything else we want to talk about? Friggin' what else has been happening in the world of football? Did you see? Anyone see Tottenham's new kits that look like the fucking...
I was just about to mention that. Have you seen Tottenham's vomit kit?
That looks like the fucking school bus friggin' bloody seats.
No. Well, yeah, aside from that. But it also looks like they've given a 2-year-old child a marble, 10 different colours of paint, a sheet of paper, and half a cereal box and gone, go do marble painting, go design our kit.
You're annoying the crap out of me.
Dale sent me the video. It's fucking awful. What a way to celebrate your 150th anniversary?
Something like that, yeah.
When's the Mariners podcast happening? Depends who we speak to. Yeah, Luke actually brought up a very good point. It looks like an EA Ultimate Team kit. It looks like an Ultimate Team kit.
Dale looks brilliant. Mate, that's coming from a true Spurs fan.
Oh, it looks like vomit.
That's terrible. And there's some bad kids out there.
God, go look at everyone's, what was it, the 92 kit?
Yeah.
It's their 100 anniversary.
Is that all?
Is that all? Hang on, is it only your 100th anniversary? Fuck, even we're older than you.
You've won as much as they.
No, yeah, we are even older. We're even older than that.
Yeah,
because we had 100 years at St Andrews in 2006. And we were playing it Month Street before then. Barca home kit looks weird. I haven't looked at it, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I've seen it.
Well, Dale is correct in regards to that. Being a keeper, our kits were always Dale friggin'. Though I like out there kits. Well, didn't Dale give friggin' Sevastopol's Vikings a friggin' treat in the last game before fucking COVID hit?
Why? What did he do?
Went out there and rocked his fucking Spider-Man outfit.
In goal.
In goal. I've never seen
Dale has always had some of the best goalkeeping I've ever seen.
Oh man, it was probably the best. Like every time you see him
I'm
wear
with
it.
I'm with you there, Luke. I'm not a fan. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, Spurs is key.
No. You get rid of the plus symbol that they've got, and it looks like a fucking Jets kit.
Mate, do you reckon Harry Kane will be there? Will Harry Kane stay at Spurs?
Yes.
Oof.
Yes.
I think if he does not leave now, he'll never leave.
I don't think he will leave.
This is it. This is the window. And as far as
Where's he going to go?
Well, City have offered him a contract. Chelsea have offered him a contract. I don't know about United.
I don't think he'll stay in England. If he does go, I don't think he'll stay in England.
I don't care where he goes. I honestly, his Euro performance didn't do him enough to friggin' warrant a contract anywhere else. I don't think he played fucking terrible.
I'd agree with that.
He played terrible in comparison to everyone else. Yeah, as the captain, where you should be standing up. Fucking hell, did he have a shot on target?
Yeah, he did.
Fucking shit, I must have missed it. There wasn't many.
He was missing for a lot of the tournament.
Fucking, just never there.
He was missing for a lot of the tournament.
Like, I'm never going to be the one to friggin' go into bat for friggin' Raheem Sterling, but I've never friggin' watched a bloke look up and expect Harry Kane or whoever's there, but it should have been Harry Kane, and look up and he's just not there. The amount of times I watched Sterling head up, ball at his feet, where the fuck is he? And then has to try and beat other blokes. Well, it's like, fuck.
Here's the thing that you got to look at. We can all sit here and speculate where we think he's going to go.
PSG.
The question you should be asking is, what team has enough room in their financial fair play to be able to afford him? They might be able to afford him in the actual figure, but how many of them can afford the figure whilst keeping it under financial fair play? That's what you got to look at. It's not about who can afford him and who can pay the money. It's who can afford to pay him and come up with that money and keep themselves under financial fair play.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, City won't. City won't, because they've spent big in the past 2 transfer windows. United definitely can't.
What?
Chelsea probably realistically could.
You can't tell me.
They would have offset a lot of their. They would have offset a lot of their financial fair play when Eden Hazard left.
Yeah, but at the same time, if they're going to offer friggin' Grealish $100 million, there's no way Harry Kane's worth that.
Well, the only way that they can offer Grealish 200,000 or 265,000 is because they've got the incoming revenue boost to match it. You got to remember that Grealish's current contract was probably signed when he was still in the Championship.
No, he signed a new one when he come back.
When they first come up.
Yeah, after that's first season.
Yeah, again, probably loss of revenue as well. But now that Villa have sustained themselves as a Premier League, staying team, their revenues would have gone up by at least 50 to 75% year over year, which then has been able to stretch that amount further that they can squeeze in their financial fair play. So that's probably where that's coming from. It's probably the prior 2 seasons stadium and TV rights revenue that's boosted Villa's overall income, because you got to remember financial fair play. You can only spend what you earn. So they're earning double over double since coming back with the TV rights deal, and depending on where they finish on the table as well. You look back 3 years to when they were in the Championship, just coming up to now, they've probably nearly doubled their revenue in that 3-year financial fair play period.
Yeah.
So that's where that extra money is going to be coming from. So they would be able to afford to do it whilst keeping it under financial fair play.
Yeah, true.
That's probably why they've said we'll offer him 265,000 because you know what? That's probably the maximum that they would be able to afford to go.
Well, yeah, maybe friggin' look at might be a podcast worth doing. Obviously, might sit down and obviously we'll sit down and we'll go through. We'll see who's currently off contract still and where the money's looking and who's realistically in the friggin' market to spend big. And stuff like that. It might be an interesting podcast to go through, obviously. And
it would, depending on how close to the number you want to get.
Oh, no.
You have to go through every club's financials for like the...
No. Yeah, no. Not into that sort of regards. Just for the fact that obviously, you know, Son's just signed on for Spurs again, which I'm surprised he did. I thought he would have gone. I thought he would have gone.
I mean, there probably would have been interest, but word on the street is he's happy in London.
Yeah, he probably is. But yeah. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up. Obviously, we've gone for about an hour, and I've got to get a baby's bottle sorted because she's about to scream of shit. But yeah, so again, guys, just big shout out to STEVEN Lustica for obviously jumping on the podcast tonight. It is muchly appreciated. Big welcome to obviously any of the new guys that have jumped on tonight's podcast. Feel free, go over and subscribe to the YouTube. If you like our content, obviously go through and have a look at past stuff we've done. Go like the Facebook page. You'll find us on Twitch as well, Instagram. Obviously the podcast, once it's completed here, will go out to Spotify, Anchor, and obviously Google. Google? Apple. Fuck, I can't remember.
Apple. Google don't like us.
Fucking Google. I just use their services. Anyway. Anyway, other than that, we're going to leave it there. One final one. Big shout out to Gabriel Mar, optometrist, for their support on the podcast. Be sure to go and see those guys up there in Newcastle if you're around the area. As obviously we're currently wearing the spectacles now for your blue lights and so forth. Dale, yes, they're here somewhere. Once we get through COVID, you can have them. Other than that, yeah, big shout out. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Julian, mate. Welcome aboard. Hope to see you, obviously, on the next podcast next week. We do, as we said, talk a bit of football and stuff like that. We do like to interact more with the fans as well. Obviously, you know, friggin' depending on what we're talking about and stuff like that. Get you on the podcast, get your thoughts. And, other than that,
I think we're overdue a podcast with the Western lads.
Yeah, we probably are. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Well, they've been on ours twice. I think it's only fair
that we go on theirs.
Absolutely. They're not coming back.
I don't think Andy Tranmar would appreciate listening to us squabble on for an hour.
Absolutely not. But he's going to. But yeah, other than that, guys, enjoy your week. Hopefully, you guys, if you're in a COVID scenario of lockdown and stuff like that, obviously the Newcastle guys aren't, but everyone else in Australia just about is. So yeah, hope that all goes well and hopefully you get out of the lockdown sooner rather than later. Enjoy the Olympics. Obviously the Matildas and the Olyroos obviously still in contention to get out of their groups. So fingers crossed for those guys. And obviously may as well put the Kiwis into that category as well. So we obviously also like to see the Kiwis doing well. I have no idea where they are in the competition. I say that, but no idea where they're sitting in the standards. But yeah, anyway. Take it easy, guys. Muchly appreciated. Thanks, Luke, again for doing everything. Obviously, in the mod situation with all the spectacles and stuff like that. But yeah, until next time, guys. We will catch you guys later. And as always,
he's gone.
Wrong button.
We hate Coast Guard.
Love it. Night, lads. Noopy, can I get a final count, please? On me, was it absolutely? Was that the word? I keep on saying that I don't even know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Love it. Anyway, guys, take it easy. We'll catch you next time. We'll do it again. As always,
we hate Coast Scum.
We hate Coast Scum. Take it easy. There you go.